What if the ice is not just hiding history, but guarding it? These are 10 terrifying things that were discovered frozen, and some should have stayed buried. 1. The 30,000-year-old virus. In Siberia, scientists unearthed a giant virus called Pithovirus sibericum, frozen 98 feet underground in permafrost. What's terrifying? It came back to life and started infecting amoebas in the lab. It was dormant for 30,000 years. Imagine what else is frozen and not dead. 2. Ötzi the Iceman, a murder victim from 5,300 years ago. Found by hikers in the Alps in 1991, Ötzi's body was so well preserved that scientists even found his last meal in his stomach. He had 61 tattoos, a copper axe, and a deep wound in his shoulder, likely from an arrow. This wasn't just a death, it was a prehistoric cold case murder. 3. The ice wolf with lion-sized head. In 2018, a Russian team discovered the head of a wolf from the Ice Age. Not a fossil, an actual severed head with fur, teeth, brain tissue, even tongue intact. It was 40,000 years old and way larger than modern wolves. Some scientists now believe wolves were once apex predators the size of lions. 4. The lost Franklin ship and the disappearing crew. In 1845, 2 British warships set off to map the Arctic. They vanished. In 2014, one was found beneath the ice in Canada. The bodies, still wearing uniforms. One had a haunting expression, mouth wide open, frozen mid-scream. Some theories suggest they went mad, others whisper cannibalism. 5. Whale bones found on land. On an icy ridge in Greenland, archaeologists found whale bones 20 miles from the sea. But the land hadn't moved. The whale didn't float there. Some believe it's proof of ancient mega-tsunamis. Others say it's evidence of polar shifts that wiped out entire coastlines. 6. Zombie pathogens inside reindeer carcasses. In 2016, a heat wave melted a layer of Siberian permafrost, exposing a 75-year-old dead reindeer infected with anthrax. The spores were still active, and they spread. Dozens of people were hospitalized. These zombie pathogens may be waiting in the ice, just one melt away from outbreak. 7. An ice-skating ghost town. Beneath a lake in Patagonia lies a perfectly preserved village, frozen in time after a freak glacial flood. Entire homes, shoes, books, still intact. Divers say they've heard strange whispering under the ice, but found no one. 8. Bodies in the glacier. From a missing plane. In the Andes, ice climbers found remains of Flight 571, lost in 1972. The bodies were mummified by the cold, frozen in place like statues. A journal was also recovered. One final entry read, "We're still waiting for rescue, but there's no more sky." 9. A baby mammoth with milk in its stomach. In 2007, the most complete baby mammoth ever found, named Lyuba, was uncovered in Siberia. She was 42,000 years old and had her mother's milk still in her belly. Experts say she likely drowned, but she looked like she just fell asleep. 10. A frozen message in a bottle. From 1912. Deep inside a Canadian glacier, scientists found a bottle with a message inside. Dated August 10, 1912. It warned about accelerated melting in the north. The author was a scientist whose records were lost until now. Every layer of ice hides something older, darker, and sometimes still alive. And this is only the beginning. Subscribe for part 2 before something else thaws out.